All right, this is Dr. Toren Davis with the Hanover Regional Medical Center's Coastal Family Medicine. The reason the doctor's here is, Thursdays we always chat about just things kind of up to date with what's going on medical.
Absolutely.
Kids going back to school, one of the things, and I always think it's so funny that we do things like this. We talked about this with one of our daughters on Sunday. Anxiety, going back to school. We had a case, one of our daughters broke out in hives, and we thought right away, she's getting worried about school, which is probably something, that's not what it was for us, but you've probably seen that.
Absolutely, and those types of reactions are not uncommon with kids going back to school. It's a huge transition going from the summer where you've got a lot of freedoms, a lot of free time, a lot of control, with the kids, and going into kind of the structured learning environment where they don't have as much control, and new classes, new teachers, new buildings, and new kind of educational pieces that they're looking into. A lot of that can sometimes be stressful for kids. What we talk about a lot is things that we can do at home to help them get through this transition period, because school is a really exciting time, a really big time to kind of broaden your horizons and increase your education.
And we probably as parents forget that. For us, we go into a new situation and it may take maybe a day that you kind of get back into your normal thing. For kids, the world is so much bigger to them.
And it can take a lot longer, and everybody's different, but some of the things that we can do at home to help out with this is really taking a chance to listen to your kids. I mean, things that we might not think are that big of a deal, to our kids might be a huge deal. So taking the time to actually listen to them, see what they think is bothering them the most, and then once we figure that out, instead of kind of handing them answers and handing them ways to deal with it, really involving them in problem solving and figuring out the process to feel better for themselves, and that really helps in that situation, plus going forward in different situations.
Yeah. And I found that interesting in the notes that were sent over, where that was one of the things that you stressed was let your kids find their own path to get their way around this. How important is that for them, not just to get around this, but then they build that self-confidence for later dates?
Absolutely, and that's a huge piece. Right now, as parents, we want to help our kids, we want to give our kids what they need, so it's really easy to say, well, hey, do this, this, and this that might make you feel better, but that doesn't really set them up in the future to be able to solve those problems themselves. So starting that now, involving them in the problem-solving process is really big for helping them in the future. Also, kind of getting into that routine. There's not a lot of control for kids once they get into school. They're in a structured learning environment, so really doing things at home to set up for being successful at school, giving them a little bit of control with helping pack their lunch, picking out their clothes for the day, helping pack their backpack are really big pieces.
And part of your routine, not just a doctor, also a dad. Elodie, you want to come over?
Yeah, come over here, bud.
You want to come on over? So Toren was kind enough to actually do this. Where are you going from here?
We're actually heading into school from here right now, so we're starting part of our routine, which we've been having a lot of fun with recently. So,
Elodie, look, see the one with the red light? Wave to that one.
Wave over there, bud.
You want to do me a favor? Can you say, "We'll be right back"? We'll be right back.
All right. Thank you very much.
We're back after this.